the perfect duo chemistry. If you guys are looking to take your duo or maybe your future duo that you don't know about yet to that next level, I recommend watching this whole video through because I'm going to teach you exactly what it means to have the perfect duo chemistry when someone drops down on your wall. FaZe, Thieves, and I decided to drop into Arena and learn the best ways to try and box people as a duo. I stream stuff like this on my Twitch channel, link down below. To support these type of videos, feel free to use creator code KenBeans in the item shop. My creator code is one of the things that helps me go full time. Without further ado, let's hop into these tips. First thing I'm going to do is mention the layout of this video. This is what's going to happen exactly. I'm going to start out by mentioning all the tips and tricks that I wrote down on this notepad that will help you specifically when trying to box people as a duo. Thieves and I streamed on Twitch for around 7 hours trying to do this the whole time, and I can conclude from that this is the new meta for Fortnite duos. Master this and you're going to be able to run through teams like it's nothing because it makes it so much easier than trying to build fight them and get third party. After these tips I'm going to mention, I'm then going to walk you through real game examples that Thieves and I had while playing, and I'm going to explain to you the mindset of things you should do and should not do when trying to box someone in slow motion as a duo. What you're going to want to do is keep these tips in mind at the start of thinking about doing this with your duo. That way you'll have the best fighting chance at winning every single fight. I'm going to try and rapid fire these tips off fast. That way you can get into the good stuff with big thieves. The first thing you're going to want to do is make multiple boxes, but make sure they're always built out of hard mats and not wood. If you can help it, the hard mats will confuse the enemy because if it settles in time, then they're going to be smacking the wall more than twice and it will be way easier to box them. I can't tell you the amount of times we went up against some serious sweats, but since we had multiple boxes, it made the whole situation easy because we were able to play through all those builds. Tip number 2 is to remember that when you're in these box fights and you're building multiple boxes, it can get really clunky if you don't know what you're doing. What I found to be best was to edit the wall just like this, and that way if you both walk through, you still have enough room to not be on each other's backs. This makes both your duo chemistry way better because nothing's gonna get in your way. Make sure you assign one person to do the building and the other person to shoot them with the shotgun. If you can help it, make sure the person who's shooting the shotgun has the best shotgun. The person who's building should have the better build mechanics, be more familiar with high walls, and just be able to extend that cone that extra length to get them sucked into your box. Absolutely no sus on that last part. I think I mentioned this already, but Thieves was the one I was shooting and I was the one that was piece controlling. Tip number 4 is that peppers make this whole thing so much more efficient. Thieves and I would land caddy and come out with a nice fat stack of peppers that we would try to use in the box fights. They would help you box faster and make you way harder to hit when you strafe left and right in your box after you piece them. This means that you're taking way less damage when you're trying to go for piece control. Tip number 5 is that majority of the time, no one beats you in a 2v1 in a box like this. That's why it's impossible to lose, and that's why if you master this, you're going to become a god at duos. So the 5th tip is to remember that the person who's building is going to be the one that's taking the initial shot in the fight. They're kind of like the sponge because the person with the shotgun is just going to naturally be behind them. Lastly, remember that whenever you're trying to box someone, they don't necessarily have to be on your wall. They just have to be on a wall in your target. Let's say if you were box fighting the kid and they were in the wall in front of you, but you had 2 walls to your left and right. Edit out on the wall that they're not on. That way it's way easier to take them off guard and they jump instead of just naturally shooting you. We decided that I'm going to be the one that goes in for the full box and Thieves is going to be the one that pumps him. In this common situation, the best way to box someone is to go from the wall that they're not in. The main goal is to try and snag the cones first so that by the time they jump, they slam their head on the top cone. Because this guy wasn't positioned too well, he wasn't able to get up even though I didn't have the top cone placed. Now it's my job to fully box him. Since he left the box, Thieves was the one that was closer to the next box. So just having a heads up 200 IQ play, what he does is instead of trying to go for the finish, he blocks off the guy to secure the kill because first off, he's not even looking at him. You can clearly tell that this guy's trying to run away. You see how in sync me and Thieves play? We literally shot our shotgun shot at the same exact time once this guy was pieced. One of the ways we do this is just by actively talking to each other and explaining the situation as it's happening. I'm gonna run it back, but listen to how we're talking. Oh yeah, I'm me. I'm me.
Box again.
Oh my god, beautiful.
Let's go.
Hold.
Right in my box, the other guy. My box.
Yeah, 45. Quick reminder, if you're watching this video and you like it, don't forget to hit the sub button and let's jump back in. We played this so well together. Let me explain why. Pay attention where Thieves is at in this fight. I'm trying to line it up so I can beeline right at the guy and cone him up. I can't do that because I know if I place a stair that Thieves is going to run into it and he's going to be a little far behind, even by like 1 second. That's all it takes for me to die. So when I noticed he was really far to the left side, I told him to get behind me so we can run right in front of that stair together as a unit. When you're trying to set this up together, make sure that you're in the same exact position that Thieves and I are in. The second I did that, I just did a basic wall and cone push right into his box, and Thieves was right behind me after I hit him once. Even if I missed that shot, we still would have bodied this kid. You know what makes this play even better? The fact that we're both 200 health. 1v2, no matter what, we're winning. These clips are really clean. Once again, me and Thieves are together in the same box. I calm to him that I'm gonna go out to the left and try and go for the box. This is a tactic that I do a lot to box kids. What I do is do a high wall and place the wall first and then do the stair, because by the time I land, I'm gonna be right on the stair ready to continue my my momentum. The second I edit through the wall, what I do is place a cone above him so he can't jump and escape, and then I finish off by surrounding the walls around him. But notice what I did here. I didn't stay in the box because Thieves is not there with me yet. That's just my IQ telling me that that's not a good play to make. It makes perfect sense for me to be out of that box after I take that first shot and then reset, and what do you know? Thieves comes in from the right side like a truck, takes him off guard, and we just finish up the kill together. You see how I'm playing off Thieves and Thieves is playing off me? That's what you call perfect timing, even though we're not in the same box, because it happens. The main thing to pull this off is to never stop running when you get that wall. The second I get the wall here, I instantly continue my momentum and I do not stop even for a split second. I place my cones, box him up. I'm not even worried about killing him on one pump because I know Thieves is right behind me. Before I box the kid, I make sure that Thieves is near me so that by the time I get one pump off, it's almost like we're double pumping kids. Almost every time I just do a bottom left-hand corner edit, run right in with cones up and down, and boom, it's almost as simple as that. What I would recommend to both of you is to just try running around in creative and doing this move. Practice cone and wall edits, and it's super optimal in real games. And not only that, it looks good in clips. I love looking at this play. This wasn't the sexiest clip in the world, but we can learn from this. Thieves and I are playing in two separate boxes with a wall in between us, and this was important for me to realize during the situation. When I went in for the full box, this guy placed a stair, and once he reset it, I knew that it was going to be one shot with my shotgun. So I could place any build I want, but I placed a stair here to block him off because I knew that Thieves was in the other box and there was a wall separating us. All I needed to do was place a stair here and wait one split second, just like I did here, to hold him off deep in the box. That way Thief is there, and by the time I make this stair edit, we can both shoot him at the same exact time. If I was in the same situation again, what I would do, since I was a little bit weak, was make a slightly different stair edit. That way we can both have full vision on him, but I'll have a right hand peek since I'm the most weak. I noticed that Thief is not with me this time in the box. He started out with me, but then he went to a different angle to get a different side and take this guy's wall really quickly. By that time, I already had a window edit and I piece controlled the guy up. Notice how I did a window edit since Thieves is not with me. When you're trying to box kids as a duo, do a window edit when no one else is in your box but you. If he was with me, then I would have full sent, but he's not, so I have to play slower. When I get most of these pieces, I'm screaming out box to let him know that he's boxed. Once I shoot him once, Thief goes around the other side and gets a different angle to confuse the kid. This is the best way to duo box fight as well. The two strats is to both full send it or both be on different walls and then shooting them at different times while you reset. Once I had the wall on him, he was looking at me. Then Thief edits open and then shoots him and gets the kill. I talked about one edit where you could do it from the bottom left, but also if you're in a cone like this, you could place the wall just like Thief did here with the top right hand corner edit. He did it super fast, and this is going to be one of the moves that I start doing more just by watching this back. Once again, here's our comms, and then we'll hop into the next one.
Come down, come low ground, drop low.
I'm with.
One HP, you have to heal. In the box. They're both in here.
Crack.
Watch out, back wall. Coming with you.
37.
60 on him, edit him. One HP dead.
Now, I'm not actually screaming, but I'm just calming it kind of fast to let him know that it's really urgent. In my experience when gaming, if you start yelling and screaming, it makes things way more hectic than they need to be, and you start overthinking. Really quickly, here are two duo box fighting tips and tricks. When we were trying to box people, what would happen is that we would have multiple boxes. What you need to do is, if you're really getting pressured and you can't get a box off, just double edit on the box that they're not in and pump them. The second tip was that Thief counted down when he was going to edit open a wall, and we shot at the exact same time. We weren't able to box the kid, but we were able to shoot him at the same time, and he was not going to win. This is something that Thief and I are going to start doing a lot more. The best time to go for a box play is when you're at 200 HP. This is when you can feel most confident because in 99% of cases, you're never going to get one pump. As you can see, Thief and I are off the pepper, and I believe this is the reason why this guy misses pump shot. This is why I believe that peppers are the new meta in box fighting. What I like about this setup was that the guy was on a stair. Most people on stairs tend to jump up right away the second you place a cone above their head. If you do it really fast, just like me, what I did was strafe to the right and place the wall on his left and his right at the same time. If I wasn't off this pepper for one, and two, didn't move left and right as I was trying to box him, then I probably would have got pumped really hard at the start of this. I also had awareness of where my teammate was, and he was able to edit up just in time so we can double smack pump him. After you listen to that, you could tell if you rewatch it that I gave my teammate ample amount of time and called the box out early. That way he was able to edit up and get the nice shot off.
Box side. Come down.
Me. Full box.
Oh, destroyed.
I've officially launched the partner push on Twitch, and we're in full effect. I'm a couple streams away from getting more than that average viewer mark, and I'm so close to applying on Twitch. Come support your boy because the vibes are always high and we're always having a fun time on stream. My schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. EST, but if I stream with Thieves, it's around 6 p.m. EST. I'm always trying to actively read chat, link to it down below. Shout out to Thieves for the games, and also shout out to everyone on this screen right now using code KenBeans in the item shop. I appreciate you guys so much. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to send it to your duo because they're gonna need it as well. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I hope you have one for the rest of your day or a good night. Deuces, everyone. Peace.